was about time for me to chime in and say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique. Good morning, and how's everybody doing? Hey, those of you via our social media platforms, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, good morning to you. We should be up and running on those platforms by now. Those of you via GBN TV, whether you're viewing via Channel 7, Channel 11, or Channel 20, good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Grenada. And getting to go over to my bro, of course, let him make his intro this morning. I've been saying a lot for the morning. Let's say good morning to Gary. Gary, how you doing this morning, my brother?
What's up, GT?
I'm all right. What about you this morning?
Hold on, let me sort this out right here.
You're sorting something out. So once again, good morning to one and all. Thanks for being part of it. So you're good to go?
Yeah.
Yep. So tell me, what's up with you this morning?
Everything is okay.
Yeah,
I'm gotta give thanks for life.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit upbeat.
We're here.
I'm feeling a little bit upbeat this morning, you know, and
that's good.
I think we're good to go. We're gonna roll out this morning. Of course, make the folks who are viewing and listening keep them abreast in terms of doing whatever they have to do today. All right, let's take that short break, man. Let's take that short break, and when we come back, let's take the break.
Good morning, Grenada. Welcome on the inside, folks.
Yes, let's take that break, and when we come back, we kick into all we do here on Good Morning Grenada. We're coming right back.
1947.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
And short interviews discussing all things musical. Every Thursday, a different musician and a different instrument will be featured, from the violin to the saxophone to the trumpet, guitar, and steel pan. Our local musicians playing, improvising, and educating us on all genres of music. Join GBN with host musicians Matthias and Shireen, and a special guest every Thursday at 8 p.m. It's Grooving Smooth and live on GBN.
So I say welcome back to Good Morning Grenada here via GBN TV, of course, on social media platforms, and here on K105 and Hot 98. How's everybody doing this morning? We're getting set to jump into a word of the day. We have the thought of the day, and of course, do have a riddle out this morning, and opportunities to win when we do come back in the second segment. Yes, so stick around for that also. Yeah, the riddle, health tip, and more is on its way. Getting set to make that link this morning with my good bro on the other side there of Hot 98. Let him take care of the word of the day for today as we move through this morning here on Good Morning Grenada. Hey, Gary, take care of the word of the day as we move on this morning.
Would be my pleasure to do that. So let's jump straight inside of your word of the day. Hope that everyone is doing A-OK. Besmutch is your word of the day. Besmutch. It's a verb. Besmutch means to cause harm or damage to the purity, luster, or beauty of something. The allegations have besmirched the politician's reputation. In a must-have game of the season, Texas must have had one blown opportunity after another in a contest besmirched with critical personal foul penalties, pole blocking, and Thompson's first pick 6 to play that completely turned the outcome of the game and perhaps the season. Your word of the day, besmirched. Yeah.
All right. That was the word of the day for today here on Good Morning Grenada. Let's move in directly to our thought of the day for this morning and see if this thought of the day could get you going in the right way this morning. Now, if you fear something, you give it power over you. Think about that once again. If you fear something, you give it power over you. And as usual, I like to let my bro expand on the thought of the day just a wee bit this morning. And Gary, go right ahead and expand on that just a wee bit, the thought of the day. Probably someone made a gasp at the way we are presented there now. So, but if you expanded it a wee bit, probably they will understand it even more. The thought of the day. Expanded it.
Fear is our greatest weakness. What you must fear for, you can never achieve it. All right? So you may harbor fear thinking that it's going to go away. But does it really do? All right? Take, for instance, when you are confronted with a barking dog. The more you try to run, guess what happens, right?
Comes after you.
The dog will come after you. The more strength it will gather and courage as well to chase you.
Senses
but the
your fear.
moment you pause, the dog too will pause.
All right.
Well, in most cases.
I guess he come up a really aggressive one. Anyway.
In fact, hold on. In fact, before a dog starts chasing you, you must have started running before the dog will make his own move.
Oh, man.
Even our enemies, if you show too much fear for your enemy, he will explore it.
Yeah.
To harm you even more.
Some folks have a tendency to sense other people's fear. That's a simple way of saying it, right? Some folks can just sense your fear. I realize he afraid me, so I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Take advantage of him, no.
Exactly. Let's move on with our health tip this morning, folks. We got a health tip coming up. Compliments of folks at Mitchell's Health and Wellness Pharmacy, where your family's health is our business. Hey, Gary, I want you to take care of the health tip this morning, and I'll do the Did You Know segment. Go right ahead.
Yesterday we talked about flour, white flour in particular. All right, so I thought it only fair that you don't lose hope and say, oh God, I can't bake a little bread again. There are healthy alternatives.
All right.
Coconut flour is one of them. Coconut flour is a grain and gluten-free flour made by grinding dried coconut meat into a soft, fine powder. So that's an alternative. Almond flour is another one. Almond flour is made by grinding blanched almonds into fine powder. As it doesn't contain grains, it's naturally gluten-free. Almond flour is a good source of magnesium, omega-3, unsaturated fats, plant protein, vitamin E, so forth and so on. All right. Then, of course, you move to quinoa flour. Quinoa flour is made by grinding quinoa to make the fine powder. This gluten-free pseudo cereal is widely considered a whole grain, which means that it has been processed. It has not been processed and refined, leaving its original nutrients intact. All right, keep that in mind. Then buckwheat flour. All right, buckwheat flour is made from ground buckwheat, a plant known for its grain-like seeds. Despite its name, buckwheat is unrelated to wheat and therefore gluten-free. All right. Now, buckwheat flour has an earthy flavor, so it might be a little bit of getting used to. So, yeah.
So, that's interesting.
Have you ever tasted buckwheat flour?
I have never tasted it. Never tasted it.
So, probably interesting flour with an interesting taste. Gotta get used to it.
Yeah, probably I'll look into it one of these days. Hey, folks, let's get quickly moving into our Did You Know segment this morning. Unless food is mixed with saliva, you can't taste it. If you never knew, now you knew that, right?
Now you know.
Now you know. Unless food is mixed with saliva, you can't taste it. Hey, Gary,
in order for food, hold on, before we move, in order for food to have taste, chemicals have food, or chemicals from food must first dissolve in saliva.
Right.
Once dissolved, the chemicals can be detected by receptors on taste buds.
All right.
Just wanted to expand on that.
All right. We drew for a short break. Let's take it. Then we come back. Of course, we try to quickly get a riddle in. We'll be having the edition of news coming up for you at 15 on to the hour. Let's take that break. We come in right back.
Southern Electrical, you get the best value, quality products, and expert advice. We are the number supplier of residential, commercial, and industrial electrical products in Grenada. View our latest arrivals of wall lights for interior and exterior, beautiful chandeliers, pendants, solar motion lights, kitchen appliances such as crispy air fryer ovens, crepe makers, countertop grills, and more. Visit Southern Electrical at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George. We also ship to Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Call or telephone number 444-3042, WhatsApp 405-4993, or browse our website www.segrenada.com.
Join GBN on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. for Interesting Grenadians, a program that showcases the lives of interesting and outstanding Grenadians at home and abroad. It's Interesting Grenadians every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on GBN. Don't you miss it.
The Rotary Clubs in Grenada introduce the Good Neighbor Initiative, a program designed to assist individuals and families who require short-term assistance with electricity bill payment and the cost associated with rewiring of homes due to fires and natural disasters. If you or someone you know is in need of help, please visit our website at www.goodneighborinitiative.org. The Good Neighbor Initiative, helping individuals and families with short-term electricity bill payments and electrical wiring, one neighbor at a time.
So we're back here on Good Morning Grenada, K105, Hot 98 GBN TV, our social media platforms. Good morning once again, and welcome back. Hey, Gary, you're back with us this morning. We're back. Let's see if we can get a riddle in quickly, because, you know, shortly we got to hit inside of the AM edition of news. Stick around for that.
But before you get into the riddle, let's remind parents and kids out there, because we know kids are the ones usually, you know, excited about the riddle. Please, if you so desire, parents, you can send us a picture, message of your child with the correct answer, and we'll post them on TV.
Yeah. And as
or you
yesterday,
can send a voice note.
Send a voice note with your son or daughter. Or even if you want to do it yourself, no biggie on that. You can certainly do that. So we're
let's get the kids involved.
Let's get the youngsters in. Moving out 15 minutes before the top of the hour. Time check compliments Grace Food. The AM edition of news is next here on K105 and Hot 98. A rebroadcast of last evening's news on the GBN TV. The news is next.
Share the great taste of Grace Foods.
Quality nutrition from generation to generation.
The goodness of Grace Foods.
Bringing good taste to life.
We begin on a sad note. Nothing was salvaged from a house fire in the south of the island on Tuesday afternoon as the homeowners watched all their belongings go up in flames, unaware of what caused the blaze. Chrislina John was on the scene and has tonight's top story.
3 people are now displaced following a structural fire that gutted their home in Grandon's Valley, St. George on Tuesday afternoon. Fire tenders were on hand, but not early enough to save a 2-bedroom wooden structure from going up in flames just around 2:30 p.m. That left homeowners Akira Francis and her companion Miguel Philip in shock because they say they do not know what could have started the blaze as they were not at home at the time.
Without water, so I should understand. Nothing was light, not candle, nothing. Just kind of odd. So everything. Clothes, everything. You have nothing there. She don't have nothing right now. Well, we don't have nowhere to stay right now. I'm going to see if I get somewhere to stay for the night. Well, for me and her and her son.
Mother of one of the fire victims, Michelle Francis, says home, which is in close proximity to her daughters, but there was nothing she could have done to save the house. Michelle is thanking God that her house was saved and can now provide her daughter with refuge.
Don't really know what happened. I was home for the day, take a bath, go and rest for me to go to work for 4 o'clock. Me and my companion friend. And I got up to get something to eat and he just screamed out my name, Michelle, Michelle, Princess House, Princess House. When I reached outside, the whole house was up in flames. I lost everything. Nothing was saved from the home. I start to bawl. That is the only thing I could have done, just start to bawl because I know she have everything there. Her son have everything, school clothes, work clothes, everything, and they lost it all.
NNP caretaker for St. George South, Nolan Cox, was at the scene and spoke of the immediate assistance for the victims.
The constituency office, there is a support system in place in cases where persons do not have any place to reside in the meantime. We do offer for rent on a short-term basis, temporary basis, while after we have the police report, you have a speedy recovery in terms of the rebuilding for those persons who are impacted by fire. In this case, I'm certain that they do not have any clues to where, so those responses will have to be quick. We'll have to do something this evening so that they can have a change of clothes if they can't get from family members. We understand the impact of this, and we're going to provide all the support that we can where necessary for them to recover as quickly as possible.
One of Grenada's utility poles was also affected. The crew was at the scene to ensure that there was no electricity in the lines. Chrislina John, GBN News.
The Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard has reportedly launched an investigation into an incident at sea last week that has left one Grenadian needing surgery. As Foreign Affairs Minister Oliver Joseph anticipates the results of those findings once the investigation is complete. Rena Per-Thomas has this follow-up report.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Oliver Joseph says he has reached out to his counterpart in neighboring Trinidad and Tobago, which has prompted an official investigation following reports of physical assault of a Grenadian crew aboard a trading vessel at the hands of the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard. Last Friday, GBN reported that 8 crew members on the Urania, which sails to Trinidad and Tobago on a weekly basis to conduct trade, were confronted by Coast Guard officers last week. They say one crew member was seriously injured and now requires surgery. After receiving complaints from the boat's owner, Keith Joseph, the minister says he immediately reached out to his regional colleagues.
This is a vessel that ply the route between Grenada and Trinidad on a regular basis. And unfortunately, this incident took place. When the matter was drawn to my attention, I called the authorities in Trinidad and I spoke to the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Trinidad, who gave me the assurance that an investigation has been launched into the incident because they are treating it very seriously and therefore they are doing a full investigation to ascertain what has happened on that day.
Minister Joseph indicates that he expects to be updated on the findings of the investigation as it comes to hand, as both countries share a good relationship.
I spoke to the boat owner. He gave me his side of the story. His action is to, as he informed me, that he will be taking legal action, which is his right to. I am talking to government based on our relations with Trinidad. We have good friendly relations, and therefore the Trinidad government, as I said, is extremely concerned about the incident. It's only a few days ago it took place, so we have had no update since then on the investigation, but he promised to keep me posted on the progress.
The Foreign Affairs Minister believes that this incident is an isolated one, which is not likely to affect the trading system established between the neighboring islands.
No, I think it's an isolated case. As I said, we have many vessels going up to Trinidad on a weekly basis from St. Vincent, and Trinidad really depend on these fruits and vegetables from Grenada and St. Vincent arriving in the market and supplying the needs of the Trinidad population. So the government of Trinidad see that as an isolated incident, and they will like the trade to continue just as before. And we too in Grenada, we like to see the trade continue, so we do not see that in any way being an obstacle to our trade.
Trinidad Coast Guard has been under the microscope recently for the death of an infant after Coast Guard officers opened fire on a boat carrying Venezuelan immigrants last month. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
A Grenadian agricultural specialist wants Grenadians to pay close attention to the Russia-Ukraine conflict because of the food security impact it will have on the country. Agricultural Extension Specialist Dr. Tessa Barry says the region would continue to experience rising food prices and increasing costs of fertilizer products that are a key ingredient in agricultural cultivation and production. We get more in this dispatch from diaspora journalist Dr. Kellen Bob.
As the Russian invasion has picked up pace in Ukraine, with massive casualties inflicted on both sides of the conflict, some Grenadian agricultural and diplomatic experts are keeping a wary eye on the food security impacts that this conflict would have on a region that is beset with food security concerns, as well as major net importers of food and raw material. Agricultural Extension Dr. Tessa Barry, speaking as part of a round-the-table conversation on the Bub Report, revealed how and why Grenada's agricultural and food sector will not be immune from this current crisis.
As a Caribbean region, and by extension, all of the sub-regional islands, we are net importers of food. That's one, and that's one of our vulnerability when it comes to food security. And being net importers, it therefore means that we are easily affected by external shocks, and one external shocks being that of the impact of war. We basically have to speak about our input supplies and where we get most of our input supplies from in terms of production, for crop production. Most of our fertilizer, and so Russia, Ukraine, quite a significant percentage of the input supplies come from this part of the region. So just looking at it from that, you can see that all of the pillars of food security would be directly affected. So we're talking about food availability, food access, even food utilization and food sustainability would in some way be severely affected.
Barry added that the current volley of Western sanctions against Russia, which is one of the world's largest producers and exporters of fertilizer and related raw materials, including urea, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and ammonia, would significantly affect Grenada's ability to source these materials for agricultural cultivation.
But when we identify trading with these areas, a lot of the raw materials that are used in some of the other products that are exported to other parts of the region would come from there. So putting sanctions on them means therefore that you cannot trade with them. If you cannot trade with them, you therefore have to find other sources of those raw materials, which would probably significantly impact on the prices, the increase on the prices of those raw material, or scarcity. We talk about the supply and demand, the aspect of supply and demand in economics. If you have scarcity of the raw materials needed for the other products, then therefore it would definitely impact prices.
Both Russia and Ukraine are considered the breadbaskets of Europe, and the ongoing conflict, in addition to the sanctions levied against Russia, will cause major food security fallouts for Grenada and the Caribbean, especially as the region imports between 2.5 million metric tons of wheat and corn annually. Reporting from Washington, D.C., this is Dr. Kellen Bubb.
A prominent religious leader has added his voice to growing concerns about the issue of violence among young people, and he is cautioning that now is not the time to be pointing fingers, but rather a time for everyone to get involved. He has been speaking with Christelina John on the issue.
Train up a child in the way that they should go is one of the quotes that have been misconstrued, according to Dave King, pastor of the River Sally Pentecostal Church in St. Patrick.
We have seen recently youths fighting with police, and I'm standing here trying to try the case to decide who is right and who is wrong. But just to say that this is not the way to go. I also want to stand here to condemn the recent spike that we've been having in young people just having to feel that the way out is to get rid of the other person.
Pastor King was speaking in light of the recent spike in youth violence in the country. Now is not the time, he says, to be pointing fingers, but rather a time for everyone to get involved. This, Pastor King says, is not a government problem, neither is it a school problem, but rather a national problem.
And everything points back to the home, which means that as parents we have to rise up and we have to play our part at this time in helping our children. I think what we have seen over the past is that parents running away from their responsibility and wanting the government to shoulder the responsibility, wanting the school to shoulder the responsibility. But at the end of the day, it boils back to the home as to the kind of values that we instill in our young people.
Based on observation, Pastor King said there seems to be some semblance of gang culture pushing its ugly head into communities.
Areas, some parts of the island where it seems as though we are going back into these things where little gangs seem to be coming up again. And as I am speaking to you, I myself, I have been engaging a number of young persons in trying to talk them out of it and to get them to do things that are positive and to move away from the whole area of violence.
He also addressed those involved in the art form, especially singers, that the lyrics should emulate positivity, something young people can look forward to that does not promote violence. This was his message to the youth.
You would want to apologize to young persons who have lost their lives as a result, and to also take the opportunity to say to young people throughout the length and the breadth of Grenada, including Carriacou and Petite Martinique, that the way to solve issues and problems is not the way of violence, but to be able to look for ways and means as to how you can deal with disputes. You don't need to be going to school and to be going to school with a knife in your bag. What is your intention?
Pastor King also took the opportunity to endorse the person behind this year's Independence theme, overcoming adversity, safeguarding livelihoods, and protecting our future, as a way of reaching out to the youth, showing them a better way out. Christelina John, GBN News.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center, a natural health store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Join GBN Television and K105 FM on March 22nd and 29th from 8 p.m. for the Antillean Life Health Forum, a new focus on health, a collective approach, made possible by Antillean Life Insurance, Spice Isle Imaging Center, Gittins Healthcare, Grenada Planned Parenthood Association, Grenada Paper Products, Hubbard's Motor Department, 7 Seas, and the Grenville Credit Union.
So it's Wednesday, and it's the 9th day of March. Yeah. Oh man, time is on the move, right? So today we was saying the month of March started. Now we already the 9th day within the month already, man. Time suddenly is on the move. Let me go over and say good morning to my bro Gary on the other side of Hot 98. Gary, welcome back inside of Good Morning Grenada. We're live via GBN TV or social media platforms. Good morning, wherever you at and you're tuned in.
Oh man, sorry about all of that.
Let me say good morning. On here. Yeah. I mean, hearing a lot to the background. You seem to be busy on your side this morning, bro. What's up, man? With you? Yeah, I'm busy on your side.
I need a help over here.
Well, you probably had to get an assistant for some reason. Somebody control the buttons while you talk or something like that.
Yeah, my point exactly.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, welcome back, man. Good morning, Grenada.
I seem to be good at multitasking here, so I'm holding it down properly on my end. Yeah, on my end.
Toot your own horns. Yeah.
Hey, guy, I was saying to the viewers and listeners this morning, our bad for not being able to throw the riddle this morning. So we will get into that right now. And don't forget, we also have an option for you to win yourself a March 13th souvenir jersey. All compliments of folks of Grenford this morning. I have an interesting question lined up for that quiz segment when we do get into that shortly. All right. So here's the riddle. Let me jump into the riddle and give folks a minute or two to see if they can decipher it just a wee bit and come up with the correct answer. So here's a riddle for this morning. And the riddle this morning, as usual, comes to you compliments of folks at Sleepy Diapers, all natural, all organic, for your baby's total comfort and protection. Sleepy Diapers, always for better. And let me get into that riddle one time. What jumps when it walks and sits when it stands? What am I? Decipher that a wee bit and see if they could come up with the answer, Gary. It doesn't seem to be that difficult of a riddle. Easy thing this morning.
What jumps when it walks and sits when it stands?
Yeah,
easy thing.
Yeah, let them ponder on that for a wee bit, and we will of course check a peek at the answers. Don't forget, if you want to let your son or daughter answer it, you can always send it up via picture. We go feature that youngster saying, "Hey, that's the being a smarty pants for this morning." Yeah. Congratulations to them. You could also send your answer. Not only the written answer, you could also send it via a voice note, and we certainly play to see if you have the right answer or not.
Definitely.
All right. So we're moving on here this morning.
We're moving on.
Good morning, Grenada. And let's say good morning to our social media, of course, audience this morning. Those of you in the U.S., Canada, whatever part of the world you're at this morning.
I haven't tapped into my Facebook Live yet, but let me do that right now.
Let me say good morning to you folks, and certainly hope you're having a lovely morning. Let's take a peek in terms of cruise ship coming to the island today, Gary. We should be having at least 3 of them in port today. I'm hoping my list is correct. Sometimes there's those unscheduled calls with a ship or two may change, but I'm looking at the list that is before me. And we're looking at the Guador of the Sea. That particular cruise ship will be with us today. And that particular cruise ship should be in around 8 a.m. this morning. That's the first one's going to be coming just around 8 a.m. this morning. And it has a capacity of 2,440 passengers on board. We're going to stick around till about 6 p.m. later on this evening. We also have the second one with us today. That's the Le Champion. I hope I'm getting the name right. Le Champion with us today, with a capacity of just about 184, a small one, but we do appreciate them coming to the island. And finally with us today, looking for the Adia Perla with us today. And the Adia Perla have a capacity of 3,450 passengers on board, and it also will come in just around 8 a.m. this morning. So within the next hour, we should see those cruise ships in port. With one should be in around 7:30. So so free with us today. Lots of visitors. Show them the love, show them the appreciation.
Welcome,
make them always want to come back.
Welcome
to the Spice Isle as always. So we're moving on.
I trust they could go on the beach now, boy.
I think there's no particular bubble that they have to be in anymore. You understand? They can just move around freely.
And make money.
And I'm encouraging folks. So your masks, still, maintain your social distance. We haven't gotten rid of COVID 100% as yet.
Where is the COVID-19 update?
I haven't been seeing that for a while, Gary.
I think since the 27th of March, if I'm not mistaken.
February, I would say.
February.
Yeah.
Was the last time I've seen a COVID-19 update.
Really?
Boy, it seems like COVID-19 has just vanished.
Into
the thin air. That's good, I guess.
You know, people, the individuals just take vacation, so they probably who's the one in charge of that. They probably took vacation, and no one has taken up the slack as yet. We just give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm just making it sound good.
So, where we at right about the government of Grenada is deeply concerned about the incident involving an altercation between Grenadian crew aboard a cargo vessel and members of the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard. So they have expressed their concern. But in light of that, I was pleased to see a news report coming out of TNT revealing that the officers involved were placed on leave.
Yes.
Now let's listen to that report from TNT. Master Control, we take it over to you. Let's check this out.
Yeah, let's see what's up. That's good information to you.
Coast Guard officers from the interceptor crew who were involved in an incident that left a Grenadian captain and a crew member seriously injured have been sent on leave. In the Senate on Tuesday, Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines said preliminary interviews have been conducted with the Coast Guard personnel who were involved in the incident.
The Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard interceptor crew involved in the incident has been removed from seagoing duties until the conclusion of the investigations. Further, the assistance of an independent investigatory body from the Defense Force headquarters has been sought to carry out an in-depth investigation.
He said the local team has contacted the investigator from Grenada so that arrangements can be made to interview the crew members of the vessel, the Rainier J. He is still awaiting the required information from Grenada regarding those interviews.
Based on these initial...
All right, Gary, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. That's good.
I know what pleased me even more is the fact that they have now summoned an independent body to conduct the interview.
You did ask for that.
I was concerned. Yeah,
you did ask for that about that the other day, and I think that's good. Something has been done, and I like the fast movement of it per se. Because you know sometimes these things get a tendency to be delayed just a wee bit, and you don't hear about it again, and then it just falls through the cracks for whatever reason.
Words, if the Roberts family committed a crime, you don't leave the Roberts family to do its investigation.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Again, investigating yourself, you look for the best results, right? Understand?
You know, it gets a little bit murky.
I understand that, man.
We're moving along.
So that's a plus there. That's a plus there, man. That's a plus there for real. And I saw the individuals here in Grenada, family members and so forth. They are happy to hear that. Happy to hear that something has been done. So we're moving on. It's Good Morning Grenada. We're moving down to just about 14 minutes after the hour this morning. Gary drew for a short break. Let's take it when we come back. Of course, we got some music to play. We got that quiz segment coming up. Hopefully, we get the results for some answers for the
let's
riddle we threw out.
Coming in, guys. Yep. Don't stick.
All right, so let's take that break. We're coming right back. Don't touch your dial.
Classic FM.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies flies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windiescricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center, a natural health store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
So we're back live inside of a Good Morning Grenada. We're back via GBN TV or social media platforms. We're live here on the K105 and Hot 98. Gary, back. We're certainly back. And I'm seeing a couple of folks already chimed in on the riddle. I'm trying to get that picture over to Massive Control. A couple of folks have actually sent in their pictures with their youngsters. I hope I can get it done quickly, man. So we can actually get, I hope I can get it done quickly before we actually give that out. And
now you're talking about multitasking. Now is your time to multitask.
So in the process of chatting here, I'm suddenly going to see if I can have it sent over. All right, so let's see if I can have it sent over quickly.
Definitely.
But,
so we're moving on in the morning time. We got a song we'd like to play for you just so that you can sing along and have a good time. It's a beautiful day today. When we come back, we've got, of course, the Celebration Club. We've got an interview lined up for a little bit later, and plus we got some other good fun stuff inside, of course, Good Morning Grenada for today. All right, I'm going to play the song on my NGT if you'd allow me to do so.
You can go right ahead, my brother. Go right ahead.
This one is from Jefferson Ramirez. He is right now in Tennessee. Yeah, so he's definitely touring the U.S. and he's doing big things. The music video or the visual for this song would be released in the next 3 days. Look out, Friday is the day for the release of this song called Something in the Water, his latest song and his latest release from this rising star here in Grenada. Something in the water. Jefferson Ramirez on tour in the U.S. doing his promotional tour, and of course we are keeping abreast of his activities as he does his thing in the U.S. All the best of luck, Jefferson and the team.
Right.
Yeah, man.
All right, Gary, you have having a little bit of an issue getting that, of course, pictures from the youngsters who have been posted. So we're gonna have to fix that maybe for tomorrow. Have that taken.
The file's too big or something. What's going on?
So I'm just not getting it to do what I wanted to do this morning.
Oh, wow.
So my
technician, GT. Come on now.
My multitasking skills this morning has failed me.
Anything.
failed me
you would fix a broken foot of an animal.
All right, don't do that to me this morning. Anyway, we have, of course, some answers we threw out this morning for the riddle, and let's see how we could get. We have some answers. We have some answers this morning. I'm seeing some folks saying a frog. Via the WhatsApp, at least 1, 2, 3, 4 persons has chimed in and saying a frog for some reason or the other, and there's also individuals. Let me see if I think there's a voice note of someone saying something here. Let me see if I could get that played, and let me see if we can get that one played. Let me see what this, and this one seemed to be a youngster per se. Let's see what she's saying pertaining to the answer this morning. Let's see what this one says.
Good morning, my name is Marsha Pascal, and I think the answer is a kangaroo.
Is she correct?
A kangaroo is absolutely correct. You are correct.
A lovely picture of hers also. A lovely picture of hers also available. A lovely picture of hers also available. So sad I can't share it this morning via.
Oh man, we gotta find a way.
We gotta fix that. We gotta have that fixed.
We gotta find a way.
You know. So congratulations to the little lady, and she's only got it right. And there were some other adults per se who have chimed in and given the answer as a kangaroo also. So the answer to the riddle is actually a kangaroo. So congratulations to the little lady and all the other folks who may have mentioned kangaroo. I want to thank you for participating. Gary, let's get directly into a Grem 4 quiz competition this morning and see who we can have a lucky winner.
You're already
being part of it this morning. Let me see if we can get that. Something that seemed to be playing in the background there for some reason or the other. Let me get this taken care of. Okay, let's get into our riddle this morning and see if we're going to have a winner.
Not the riddle, the Grand
my bad. The quiz competition, I said the Grand 4 quiz. See if we're going to have a winner for that this morning. Somehow riddle is on my mind for some reason or the other. I think because I was multitasking trying to take care of that.
Riddle me this, riddle me that.
So my bad at that. So here's the questions for the quiz this morning. And let me see if we can have a winner for that this morning. Now, here's the question. Prime Minister Maurice Bishop, in his address to Grenadians on March the 29th, 1981, stated the following. Pretty small print, so let me see if I can blow it up just a wee bit. To begin with, sisters and brothers, we must all be clear that this project represents the biggest and single most important project for our economic development. In fact, as you all know, this represents the single biggest project ever undertaken in the history of our country. More than this, we must understand that the idea for this project has been with various Grenadian government for over 25 years or so. Now, what project is he talking about? I have 3 answers, and you decipher which of the 3 is the correct one. A, St. George's University. B, the International Airport at Point Celine, that's the MBIA, or the Eastern Main Road Project. That's the 3 answers. Let's see which one is the correct one. I do have the answer for the correct one. You thinking for yourself?
I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm thinking myself.
In the number you can chime in via, and that's 435-2041, 435-2041. If you think you have the answer, we taking it via phone calls. So those of you on WhatsApp, we may not be able to accommodate the WhatsApp. We taking phone calls for this one.
Let's also say if you've won before, please give someone else an opportunity to win, okay?
All right. 435-2041, 435-2041. Once again, the Prime Minister Maurice Bishop, in his address to Grenadians on March the 29th, 1981, and I did read out that lengthy part there. Which one of the projects is he actually talking about when he actually was speaking to Grenadians? And I gave 3 answers there. A, the St. George's University. B, the International Airport at Point Celine, and that's the MBIA, or the Eastern Main Road Project.
How long did he say he was working on the project for?
He said, well, other governments per se were trying to develop that particular project for over 25 years or so. You know, okay. And so let's see if we have answer this morning. I see a caller coming in. Let me get that person live. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning, GT.
How you doing, my brother?
Not too bad.
All right. Do you think you have the answer?
Yes, I do.
Go right ahead.
The answer is B, the International Airport.
Could you repeat that once again?
International Airport.
The international airport.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a gateway to prosperity.
All right.
Informed caller here.
Yeah, he seemed to know a lot about that.
That's
so,
nice.
caller, let me see what we can do with this. You have a little bit radio or something a bit loud in the background there. Could you just lower it for me, please?
Okay,
yeah.
thank you. All right.
I want to be able to hear for, the latter part of my life.
Okay.
So you want to give me your first name? And you could probably call me back because some folks does not always like to give their number on air.
Oh.
You want everybody calling you understand?
Yeah.
Give me your first name, brother.
Joy.
George.
Joy.
Joy.
Have you on WhatsApp so I could send the information?
That will be so good, my brother. That will be so good.
Joy,
All right, Joy.
Yeah.
And send the information via WhatsApp, and we'll make the necessary contact with you. All right.
Thank you.
Take it easy, man. So Gary, he's correct there. The correct answer is B.
I thought it was the international.
Yeah,
I thought so.
he had you. That question had you thinking there also. I know that.
Yeah, I was intrigued. I was sincerely intrigued. I was really intrigued
because I didn't think it was going to be the St. George's University because that was more part of the Gary's government era per se. So that was out. That was out of the door for me once again.
Exactly.
Yes, the Eastern Main Road. Yes, but I for sure know it was the B because of the international. Because that was one of the pillar projects there of the Morris Bishop era, the government or back then. Yeah. You understand? So. And when he did give that speech, I think I can't remember every details about the speech. I was a youngster. I was pretty younger that time. I don't remember the whole speech.
You were doing things we don't want to talk about.
Exactly.
Full disclosure.
Anyway.
FYI.
All right. So congratulations to Joy this morning and all the winners who have won before. Thanks for participating. Tomorrow morning we will have another question for you, all part of the quiz here. And you certainly could chime in and see if you could win. All right.
Whose birthday it is today?
Yes. Let's see who's celebrating today. Do have the list before me already. All names jotted down on the list, and if you're celebrating, let me take you time out to wish you a happy birthday, all of you birthday celebrants. As soon as Master Control threw up that big celebration on the screen, let's get into the list this morning. Topping off my list this morning, let's say good morning to Jasmine McLeod of Philadelphia. Good morning. 16 years old today. Sweet 16, and some folks will say good morning and happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Kiona Frank Taylor of Telescope. Actually resides in the USA. Good morning to you, Kiona Frank Taylor. Happy birthday to you. What about Nikel Phillip of Beauregard? Good morning. 15 years old today. Good morning. Happy birthday. Philetta Joseph of La Poterie. Good morning. Happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Donnelly Frederick of Soteres. Good morning and happy birthday also. What about Trisha Patterson Williams from the Morden St. Patrick? Good morning and happy birthday. She's actually a teacher at the Brunei government. Good morning and happy birthday to you. Joselle Charles Calise. Good morning to Joselle. Happy birthday to you. Calvin Adonis of Grand Bras. Good morning and happy birthday. Police officer, that's 466 Kenson Antoine of Darbour. Good morning and happy birthday to you. All the best on your birthday from members of the family, especially your wife Anne. That's Wendy Anne. Let me get that right. Wishing you a happy birthday. Josephine Charles of Brush Grove. Good morning. Happy birthday to you also. Bernadette Phillip. Francis of Hermitage. Good morning and happy birthday to her. Let's say good morning to Bevon Campbell of Maribor. Good morning and happy birthday. What about Rosalind Roberts of Rose Hill? Good morning to you, lady. Happy birthday. Sybil Rose Christopher of Balthazar. How are you? Happy birthday. Cref Jeffrey of Sobeys. He actually a resident, resides for say now in Trinidad. Good morning to you and happy birthday. His mom and other members of the family wishing him a happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Lindy Ann Roderick George of Clogier. Good morning. Her husband Elroy, her mom Linda, her 3 children, all chiming in together, wishing her a happy birthday. Margaret Roberts Hall of La Fortune. Good morning. And her husband, her children, they all wishing her a happy birthday. Adrian Joseph of Pearls, celebrating today. Adrian is actually 10 years old. Good morning and happy birthday. What about Elaine Ramsey Boswain of Mount Royal inside of Carriacou? Good morning and happy birthday from her husband Stanley and all the other members of the family. Gibson St. Louis of Brooklyn inside of Concord. Good morning to you, man. Happy birthday. And all the members of your family. I'm at lengthy in terms of saying all the members. Someone have just chimed in all the members of the family. I'm not able to do all of that this morning, but all all the members of your family wishing you a happy birthday. Roland John, who's in London, good morning and happy birthday from his mother. Wishing him a happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Clarion Duranget of Moran in St. John. Good morning and happy birthday. Let's say good morning also to Marvin Etienne of Diamond in St. Mark. Good morning and happy birthday from members of the family. That's Patricia Burke of Monglong. Good morning and happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Nakaya Farmers, who's in Laventille instead of Trinidad. Good morning. 8 years old today. Good morning and happy birthday to her. Family members here in the Spice House extending the love. Let's say good morning also to, is it Makaya Rages of Rose Hill. 7 years old today. Give those kids those names, boy. Good morning and happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Kamia Reason of Grand Bra. Good morning from her dad, her mom, wishing her a happy birthday. Kenny Louison of Laborie. Good morning and happy birthday. Corporal Walter Lewis of Simoon in St. Andrew. Good morning. Happy birthday. Some folks will say Simon in St. Andrew. Good morning and happy birthday. Chrisley Francis of La Poterie in St. Andrew. Good morning. Her 5 children. Yes, the entire McIntosh family is chiming in and wishing her a happy birthday. What about Carl Benjamin of Lafayette? Good morning and happy birthday from his daughter and son. They both wishing him a happy birthday. His special lady, Miss Young, wishing him a happy birthday also. Let's say good morning to Teresa Alexander, a.k.a. Mummy of Mungo Road in Sedagov. Good morning. But she now resides inside of Trinidad also. Good morning. She's actually 84 years old today. Good morning and happy birthday, senior citizen. Happy birthday. Stacia Charles of Florida in St. John. Good morning. Happy birthday from her mom, Stacey Ann. Let's say good morning to Winifred Telesford of Windsor Forest in St. David. Good morning and happy birthday. Goodness going on to her from a dear friend. What about Carrie Charles of Pearls? 4 years old today, little Carrie. Good morning and happy birthday. What about Dwayne Phillip of Baltazar? Good morning and happy birthday also. Kenley Belfon of Lacabeke in St. Andrew. Good morning. His mom, Cicely per se, is wishing him a happy birthday. His dad, Kenneth, also. And finally on the list this morning, we have an anniversary, and this couple is celebrating their 31st wedding anniversary today. That's John and Jocelyn Andrew of Bylands in St. Andrew. Happy anniversary. 31 years of marital bliss. Congratulations and happy birthday. Happy anniversary. All right. And all the folks celebrating birthday today, good morning and happy birthday. All right, that's it for the list this morning, Gary. I want to wish all the celebrants a great day.
All celebrating today.
Yeah, man. It's only like 30 some.
Make sure you all stop the press when my birthday rolls around in the next week or so. Okay?
Yeah, we're gonna have
Make sure you all stop all the press, man. I'm in town.
Oh, man.
Hey, when my birthday rolls around, ain't nobody else's birthday being mentioned, okay? It's my birthday only.
Well,
yeah.
So it's,
no one else.
Nobody else will be celebrating on that day, right?
Don't care.
Well, if it's your day, take a hold of it, man. And so let me shout out the advance. The birthday greetings to you, man. When they do come around, of course, make the best of it, man. Yeah.
Definitely. We're moving forward.
We're moving on, folks. It's Good Morning Grenada. It's 30 minutes after the hour this morning, Gary. We drew for a short break. Let's take that break. And when we come back, hopefully we get to chit-chat with our interview this morning. Hopefully we get that in before we wrap up this morning. So let's take that short break and let's come back after the break. All right, folks, stay locked on. It's K105 Hot 98. Good morning, Grenada. We're coming right back.
You're already ill and have no time or energy to walk every which way to access.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
You know, one day I woke up and, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Welcome back once again to Good Morning Grenada here on K105, also GBN TV, our social media platforms around the world, wherever you're tuned in from. Let me say good morning and welcome back once again.
Hey, big up to Alistair on the Facebook Live.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Yeah, well, you're back live with me, Gary.
Yeah, big up to Alistair. He's wondering if the Trinidadian Coast Guard personnel, if they were placed on no pay leave. Well, that information was not available.
We're not privy to that information. We're not sure.
Yeah, well, all we know they were sent to leave. Pay or no pay. We don't know.
Hey, guys, let me say good morning to Erica. She said, it's probably the first time she was actually doing the show via TV, and she said, hey, it brought back some memories. Well, if you know who Erica I'm talking about, boy.
Oh, my God.
She said, good morning, man. She said, I'm seeing you guys live on TV, and it has brought back some memories.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Good morning to you, lady.
Erica.
Hey, have a blessed day.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, man. Yeah.
Hey, you know Carnival is official now, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember Camboulet, boy?
Camboulet.
All right. It means burning of the cane in patois.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, the chairman of the Carnival Committee, they have decided to make that an official event of the carnival. All right, let's check out this clip where he spoke at length about how they're going to go about making that into a prize-winning event. Let's check this out.
All right, let's take a listen to this one. And folks via GBN TV, you're going to hear that. I'll see you going to be live here on K105. Let's get that clip rolling this morning.
You know the history of Camboulet? Camboulet patois, meaning cane burning. In Grenada, on Carnival Sunday, all across the country, you have food cooking and drab preparation. All done. Pea soup. Pea soup is really the gravy of the Camboulet. So, we want to bring that aspect of Grenadian culture to the national stage. The spontaneous cooking on the block, pea soup cooking, oil down cooking, brown down cooking, jab cooking, figure and saltfish, whatever the dishes are. Jab preparation, man painting the horn, cleaning the gear to play jab. Each Camboulet corner will be judged by the variety of Grenada dishes. You want to have dishes local, not chicken and fries, please. We want local, authentic Grenadian cooking and Grenadian cooking on wood.
Hey, Gary. I want to send some so congratulations to, of course, the new chairman there. Am I saying it right? He's the new chairman, right?
Yeah.
That's, of course, Mr. Gill. Mr. Gill. And it's something I always pondered upon. What's going to happen? But what I'm saying, I am happy to see the changes that have been made for Carnival.
I'm
really happy for that. I'm really feeling this one. I always thought Carnival has been too same old over the years. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Too same old. And, when you do the same thing over and over, not because you wait a couple of months to get through it, but it just doesn't make any difference to it for you. You understand? It's like you've done that already. And if those changes are going to be implemented, and if every year we could see some changes been made that will bring back the interest into Grenada's carnival, because it has been deteriorating over the years. Straight talk, you understand? It has been deteriorating. And those changes that
Jab was deteriorating?
I find so. To be honest, for the last couple of years before COVID, I went to Juve, and Jab has just not been Jab. You understand? It's just like a couple of people, everybody just come in tongue and jump up, and let's be straight up about it. So the new changes implemented,
it's just not the same as before.
Just not the same. It doesn't bring that vibe. You go downtown St. George, if you go there and you're watching every folks who are participating in the Jab band, and you say, well, come on. There's nothing interesting about it. That's just my take.
Done that. My question though, with the Camboulet, did they have to be vaccinated to participate?
Well, we didn't hear to say that. But I guess it's gonna be within the inter-villages and parishes and so forth.
I'm asking for somebody.
Man, you like to make a thing about these vaccinated.
I'm just asking. That's all.
You want to get into that vaccinated thing?
They've stressed how all the participants and the spectators for Carnival have to be vaccinated. Okay.
All right.
So I'm just wondering, in this case, if they have to be vaccinated. But
well,
anyhow,
I guess that statement when things get really into the meat of the matter and closer to the time of the actual events taking place, we will hear all about that. By that time, COVID be a thing of the past, per se. Can we even get in the the updates lately? So COVID might probably be a thing of the past. It's just going to be something, one of those viruses that came out and it just gone away. You understand? You never know. I'm just hoping for that. Seriously disappear. So nobody has to worry. And all the folks who are listening in other parts of the world, Grenadians per se, or even you're a non-Grenadian, you decide, hey, I want to come to Grenada for Carnival for 2022. You may just be happy to be here because it's going to be one of the best of ours. You understand?
Just that build-up, that anticipation.
The vibe is right.
That yawning. For something, boy.
I was listening, I was listening to a particular soca that actually came out in 2020. And I was saying, man, if that artist had hold on to that for 2022, I ain't going to say the name of the artist right now. But
why not?
I would say that would have been one of the biggest songs there is. You understand?
That same artist probably saying the same thing.
Oh man, he just said I should have just hold on to that, keep it in the pocket. That's what folks would say, and would have been one of the biggest songs for Spice Mass 2022. But you never know. There are songs who
now if Michelle was in 2022, right?
That would have been a blast. Also, that's one of the songs I was thinking also. But there's another song. I said, man, if that artist had only hold on to that and actually release it now, it would have been, but it still could. If we give it the love when Carnival do change. All right, man. So we should be.
I still think it's going to get some love for 2022.
It will. That one of the songs will also get. Big up to Talpri, always, man. Good bro from way back when. Good bro from way back when.
So listen, the fighting tongue with that school child.
Yeah.
So a charge been laid.
Yeah.
And Master Control is going to put up the visual in a short
while. Not charge, but charges per se. Not only just a charge. Charges per se.
Charges.
Yeah.
And I'm really thinking that this teenager should be made an example. But unfortunately, he's going to be, he's fallen into that category of juvenile, so very little can be done. But I mean, this is disturbing behavior.
Gary, what I'm more concerned about, and I know folks may have a problem with saying, I look at adults on social media who seem to be so upset with the police for what they have done. You understand? Seem to be so upset with the police more than the action of the youngster. You understand? Why are adults behaving like that? I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just it's like they offer a level of encouragement, because if you're saying that other youngsters could be reading, they're on social media too. Man, it's too much. It's too much sometimes. So anyway.
And listen, make him an example. I wish that could have been done, because this is just objectionable. This is just disgraceful.
You think they should bring?
Gone are the days when we paid respects to the adults. We would dare not answer an adult, whether a family member or a stranger on the street, and somebody in authority. Even more so, you show these people respect, even though you disagree with them.
All right. Hey Gary, we're getting set for interview. I've seen, of course, interview have popped in. We're going to take care. We also have Junior Checkley for our webcam this morning, and time is not on our side. We only have like approximately 15 minutes left on the show this morning, and so much to take place within this 15-minute segment. So I hope we could definitely entertain everyone. So you think we're going for our interview this morning and see what's up with him? What do you think?
Yeah. Let's do that.
I'll see. Every day I've chimed in. I've still seen in the connection process. As soon as he officially joins in, we will entertain him. And I'm not sure if he's having connection issues. All right. Saying he's joining. So when he pops in, we will entertain him this morning. It's Good Morning Grenada here on K105 Hot 98 GBN TV or social media platforms around the world. Or if you're joining us, good morning. Hey, Gary, here what? Let me take a short break and see if we can get our interview set up properly, and then we come back and see if we can entertain him. All right? Let's take that break. We're coming right back. Don't touch your dial, folks. It's Good Morning Grenada.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy.
To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal.
When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
Join GBN on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. for Interesting Grenadians, a program that showcases the lives of interesting and outstanding Grenadians at home and abroad. It's Interesting Grenadians every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on GBN. Don't you miss it.
Ill health can destroy an individual's economic prospects throughout the lifespan, and most times, health is not valued until sickness comes. So, let's take a collective approach with the Antillean Life New Focus on Health, a GBN Antillean Life Insurance two-part forum on March 22nd and 29th from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on all GBN's platforms. Join host Godfrey Augustine and Dr. Sonia Nixon together with the experts as they address issues on disease prevention and control, nutrition, mental health, public and environmental health, personal responsibility, and more. The Antillean Life New Focus on Health, a collective approach, aired on all GBN's platforms March 22nd and 29th. Let's take charge of our health.
So we're back live here on the Good Morning Grenada. Of course, good morning to our sister isles of Carriacou, Petit Martinique. Let's say good morning to the world, our viewing audience via Facebook and YouTube. Those platforms, good morning to you. Hey, we got double, of course, lineup this morning. Hopefully we'll be able to accommodate Junior Checkley, of course, shortly. Gary, you're back with me this morning. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Yeah, we do have our interviewee with us this morning. Just about 12 minutes or so left on the show this morning. Certainly hope we could have enough time to have that chit-chat. Let me say good morning and welcome to our interviewee this morning. Let's say good morning to Brighta Star. Good morning, my brother. How are you this morning?
Bless, all right, man. Give thanks in advance.
All right, man. Blessings going out to you. How are you doing this morning, man? Actually, it's my first time ever having a chit chat with you, man. It's a pleasure to have you with us this morning. And how's everything with you, man? How's everything with you?
Well, I don't know, everything up full at the moment, although, it's not the way we want it, but we have to make it right,
All right, great. Now, we talking about your music this morning. You have a brand new song out, and it's called The Comforter. I hope I'm right about the song I want to play for you. It's on the Morning Time Rhythm.
Comforter.
The Comforter. All right, let's take a listen up to the song, and we coming back and have a chit-chat with you pertaining to the song. Give us a little insight how the whole, the coming about of the song. Let's take a listen up to it and come back and chit-chat.
Yeah.
Find pleasure in doing evil. The wicked flee when no one pursue. Like coals in the burning fire. I've learned patience is a virtue. The wicked flee when no one pursue. No, them get with them one, them turn them back on you. Far away. Them got malice in them tongues. What the I say? Mischief in them. Protect I from the pestilence. Guide the youth them from the predators. Them never like it from the start. The power wheeling from the earth. Praise him in his excellence. Rastafari is the comforter. Take me humbleness with cowardness and left with powerless. No for them you give strength. Them a pray your wickedness. Like an eagle so the fool wander off from its nest. If in your family them no different from the rest. So them rank them off a plot. Figure feed up on your flesh about them. No man no perfect, let's be honest. Fools with a stiff neck. Reggae music run the planet. Heard the voice I got it. Do I give to you them honors. Look the reggae matic blow. Them got malice in them toes. What the ice mischief in them earth. Protect I from the pestilence. Guide the youth.
Brighta Star with a track entitled The Comforter. Oh man, we can listen to that one in its entirety, but we got to break it just for a wee bit. Brighta Star. Let's welcome back once again. Now, for the benefit of the audience who's listening out there, listening to Good Morning Grenada via GBN TV, K105, and Hot 98. Tell us something about Brighta Star before we chit chat a little bit about the song. Who is Brighta Star?
Well, the name speaks for itself, because it's like it's a vibration, always have to motivate people, always have to choose the right way. It's like shining the light, then the name speaks for itself. It's not like we have a title and the personality don't match it. That's you have. Yeah, so like my father name is Bright Star, so we get the name from him, which is just I put a A in at the end of Bright, and we get Brighta Star.
All right.
So my father is a Rasta, so, I just come to continue the tradition and through the music now. Grenada needs some good singers right now too.
All right.
So, decide now to take the thing on a different level, and deal with the thing on a different, and give thanks to Mr. Geaton for power in the reggae rhythm because the mind was on the hype too. You understand me? Now, me back in the reggae thing now, I realize now it's the message over hype. Substance over hype right now.
I agree.
Because the whole of UK waiting, the whole world waiting for a great singer out of Grenada, so.
All right, man. All right, Brighta Star, tell us something about the song The Comforter. Especially, I'm listening to the wording of the song and so forth, and it's giving a particular message. Tell us about that song, The Comforter. Tell us about that.
Well, personally, what inspired me to write that tune too, when I look upon Grenada right now, I realize a lot of people now, the desire of the heart is deceiving them because the desire of your heart sometimes is not righteousness. I come in the far, they are now out of you, they may go link you. So now the people now mistaking the desire from the heart and feeling his happiness, so that's why now I tell you now, in the tune now, them find pleasure in doing evil because the people nowadays, they feeling the pleasure of the heart is happiness, but as long as the Most High grant you that happiness in a life, is an illusion. And as time passes, the people will get to realize, yeah, they have to let go of certain things, you know?
Great. Anything you want to throw to, of course, Brighta Star Gary? Anything you want to throw to this one?
Brighta Star, the thing is, great to have you on board. We would love to set up an interview for another time because time is really against us. The show ends at 8 o'clock. So unfortunately, we got you on late. But the whole of Grenada knows of your talent from the days when you came out with Waggy T, set up the stage right now, my lord. Everyone realize how talented you are, and you've continued to release tunes over the years. And here you are now speaking about changing your course of direction and changing your vibration and frequency to motivate and to inspire people. And I think that of course should be commended. And we want to continue to support you in that end and hope that you of course going to rise from there. And like you said, the whole of Grenada is looking for a reggae star to come out, and we trust that you are going to be that individual. Stay positive, stay conscious, and big up yourself, Rasta man. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man. Yeah, man. Same to you.
All right, man. Hey, blessings, Brighta Star, and thanks once again for being part of it. Of course, hope we could have you around when we could go in depth with more of your music and more about Brighta Star himself. Thanks once again for being part of Good Morning Grenada, man. Blessings as always.
Man. Thanks, man. Bless up Eugene Gittins also, because for the elders and them pushing the music, we give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
That's what Grenada need right now. The youths and them have talent and ability, and you know Grenada holding it back on a level. So we need the people them now in the music management, in the publishing, because right now Grenada need a whole heap of knowledge right now concerning the music to get it out there, because there is as much that the artist could do, just go in studio voice, but the radio have to play them part, the people have to play them part, and we need to set the thing right, because if the thing does set right in that level, you understand, we will just be spinning top in our mud and we'll just be fighting a war amongst ourselves and, you know, just up and down movement. You know?
All right, man. Blessings as always, man. Keep that positive trend. Keep that positive trend, man. Blessings as always.
Big up yourself.
All right. All right, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. I was Brighta Star there this morning. Hey, Gary, just about 3 minutes or so before we wrap the show up this morning. I want to say thanks to Brighta Star. We got Junior Checkley with us, and hope he could. I'm not sure.
Traffic calm is this morning.
See if he. Hope he's listening and that he could chime in with us this morning and take care of business on his.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Checkley, what's going on?
Hey, Checkley, what's up with you this morning, brother?
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, man.
We're getting you loud and clear, man.
Detour.
Yes.
Because there was a lot of traffic on the Springs Main Road, so we take a detour. We came through Cafe. Now we are at Gulf Coast, and we heading down in front of Silver Sands and on to Belmont.
All right.
Because there's a
What's
lot
the traffic like in that area
at the moment?
What's the traffic like in that area this morning?
Main Road, there was the traffic on the Springs Main Road. There's a lot of traffic on the Springs Main Road, so I took a detour, and it's only I'm alone that's on the detour, so that's make it easier for me. I'm driving through Gulf Coast now.
All right.
Right.
Well, we don't have a video. We don't have a video of you this morning, and I'm sure if Master Control could pull the video aspect of it up. We don't have a video, just the audio coming in
for
now.
For motorists heading into St. George's and using the Springs Main Road, they can take the detour and come through Cafe.
Okay, so
and then come
he's just inviting people to take the detour.
All right.
The detour.
We do have a video aspect of it now, Gary.
And come on to Gulf Coast and head down to Belmont, and you can smooth sailing right into Tanti.
Nice.
All right, beautiful.
So as we speak right about now, Springs is in a bad situation traffic-wise.
Congested. All right, man.
So you're in the Gulf Coast area. Well, at least that's what the traffic cam that I'm looking at on TV is showing. Yeah. So that's probably not where you are right now. You've taken that detour.
Yeah, I'm in the Gulf Coast.
Oh, you're in the Gulf Coast area. Okay.
Good. All right.
Good stuff, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Lovely view of the Gulf Coast area.
Hey, Junior, we want to thank you. We just have about a minute left on the show this morning. Of course, sorry for the late intro with you this morning. So we want to thank you once again for popping in with us and, as always, keeping us abreast of the traffic situation out there. Have yourself a good day, Junior. Take it easy, man.
Hey, man, don't forget, check out Just Cool for all your pictures and videos and all of those wonderful things. Make sure you check out Just Cool photos and videos.
All right. Hey, Gary, we're going to set a wrap up. We just have about a minute left on the show. show this morning. If we wrap it, interesting, of course, show this morning in terms of all we thrown out this morning. And we want to thank the viewers, the listeners out there, those of you who are listening via Hot 98, those of you who are listening via K105, those of you who are viewing via GBN TV, those of you who are viewing via social media platforms. I want to thank you a whole lot.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Join us again tomorrow, all right? Yeah. Big up about the outer view. I like that part there, Gary.
Yeah, I meant to mention that, the outer view.
That was interesting.
I never heard that one.
I never heard that one before, but that one had me cracked up there. I was glad I was off camera for a wee bit. I had to crack up on that. Shout out to...
It's not an interview, it's an outer view.
The outer view. Anyway.
Yeah, man.
That's it. Hey, Grenada, that's where we say goodbye. BBC News comes up next, and it's already in progress. We say goodbye for now.
Deputy